It was announced last week that No Man's Sky would be getting another delay. Originally scheduled to come out in probably about early July, it's now been pushed back to an August date. Sean Murray confirmed this, and they probably want to work out some kinks and bugs. But, lo and behold, the internet exploded with death threats from a bunch of spoiled, pampered, overprivileged people who are just a little bit upset that they can't wait a little bit longer to get their game. Oh yeah, so they can release the game and then you can completely crap on it when it comes out, complaining about a lot of the bugs, or maybe textures, or a whole bunch of other issues that could have come with the game. Why not push the game back? That way, they can probably get it right. It worked for The Witcher? Sure. You could probably point to a bunch of other examples where even a delayed game can come out and it's a total complete bomb. Games like Watch Dogs or Battlefield, which I don't know, Battlefield 4 might have been rushed. I honestly do not care. But giving somebody death threats over a video game is probably one of the absolute dirt worst things that you could possibly do. Really? You have nothing else to do but then to tell somebody that you're going to kill them because you can't get a video game? Do you have nothing else going on in your life? Do you not have many other games to play on your shelf? No, he's gonna die because I have to wait a month and a half in order to play this game. Think about No Man's Sky for a second. Think about how daunting of a project that this game is. We're talking about quintillion galaxies based off of almost an organic algorithm or a CPU that will randomly generate these in order to keep the game as spacious and as big as promised. That doesn't sound easy. Not at all. So, it's more than just pushing a game back just to get under your skin. They're not trying to get under your skin. You just have nothing else going on in your life, so you have to take to your keyboard and you've got to vent. I'm gonna get angry and I'm going to talk bad about somebody. I'm going to threaten to kill them. Oh, by the way, hey, social justice warriors, don't you think that this would have been something that you can come out and maybe put your picketed fence or your grassroots program in order to stop? Because you can sit there and complain about not having a female Link, or somebody's booty in a pose, or not being able to list whatever gender it is that somebody wants in a game, but advocating murder is perfectly alright? That's okay? That's acceptable? Yeah, sure, fine, go right ahead. This blows my... There is so... I don't think in each progressive year I felt more ashamed to call myself a gamer than to have to deal with a lot of the stuff that I hear just messing around with social media. It's pretty embarrassing. You people should technically be ashamed of yourself, but you don't understand the concept of shame. Should I rattle off just a couple of projects that I didn't get as a kid in the 90s? Here's just a few examples. I didn't get a Star Fox 2. I never got Cyberbots released in this country, a definitive arcade port of Killer Instinct that I could play in my living room. Did we run the streets in the 90s and cry foul about that? No. Were we a little upset when blood was omitted in the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat? Of course we were, but we didn't threaten to kill anybody over it. It's just a video game. The world does not center around you, and if there's any reason why you think it does, is because you're probably so morbidly obese that you've developed your own gravitational pull. Lay off these developers, they owe you nothing, and it bothers me that all of their hard work and integrity is just going to wind up in the hands of somebody who can't even appreciate that. I don't know anything about it, and yes, I write game reviews, but I write them from a constructive point of view. I'm not looking to bury a game in the dirt just to get my jollies. I've played games for 25 years, and I like to deconstruct and construct what it is that I like about them. I'm just not looking to piss all over somebody's hard work just to try and get more hits and views. No, I have integrity about that. But you have no integrity at all. Threatening to kill somebody over a video game makes you less than human. You don't even deserve to play it. In fact, how's about a short list of things that should happen to you if you're one of the millions of knuckle-dragging, mouth-breather Neanderthal gamers out there who actually threw out a death threat? So, if you follow me on Twitter, you might have heard a few of these before. Here's just a couple of them. Your younger sibling should spit directly into the exhaust ventilation port of your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox 360. If you play a game that is powered by Unreal Engine, a leprechaun should show up in your room and kick you square in the nuts. I hope that eventually when you buy No Man's Sky, because you're gonna buy the game anyway, I hope that you have so many bugs and so many issues that it's hard to move. And in fact, I hope that you get locked into one tiny little galaxy that has like 3 planets on it, and we'll call it the Dick Waffle Quadrant, and you can't leave there and you can't go anywhere else. I hope that a raccoon chews through your loot crate box and pisses all over your merchandise. I hope that all of your analog sticks kind of get stuck in like a northwest pointing direction so that every game that you play, your character is locked running like this, and you can't do anything about it, even when holding it still. You can turn it on, you can turn it off, you can buy a new controller, but it's not gonna matter. I hope that your GameStop membership points get depleted by 88% so that you can't redeem them for that hot new collectible that you want. I hope a critical power surge hits your house and fries your gaming consoles, leaving only your Wii U functional, and the only games that are able to work on it are Tank 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 and Sonic Boom. I hope that your headphones have a malfunction in them, that you can only hear what people are kind of saying and you can't respond. So you go and replace several high-end versions of them, but you can't return them for a refund. And as soon as you try and sell them on eBay, they spontaneously combust, costing you hundreds of dollars. I hope that all of the text in every video game that you play is as small as Xenoblade Chronicle X's. I hope that in every online game that you play, you get kicked off and you get strikes put against your account, if that's a thing. I hope the video feed on your television when you're playing a game constantly on and off doesn't work. Like it goes out for a second and you might think that there's a problem, but then it comes back on, but then it cuts off at a critical moment. I hope Omega God Rugal comes to your house and gives you a genocide cutter right to your stupid chin. Pretty much to summarize, I don't wish death on you, I just want every waking moment of your gaming tenure to be an everlasting hell. I want you to hate the fact that you're playing video games because of the things that you say, simply because you feel that there's no consequences for it. This has been the Colonel Fancy Rant, and I don't have a catchphrase.